Hello viewers, welcome back once again to another video lesson. In today's class, we'll be discussing about one of the very basic but interesting math tricks, or we can say a rapid math technique to find the square of any given number. And further, we'll discuss about the concept related to square roots. So we'll see that how fast and how quickly we can find the square of any given number with the help of this fast math trick. So let's get started with this one. Square of any given number. So for example, all of you know what is the square of 12? That is 144. So, but in this video lesson, we'll find the super quick way to find the square of any given number. So first of all, we have to focus on the number which is given to us. So number is 12. And in this session, we'll see that the first set of numbers that we are taking, which are close to the numbers having some power of 10, for example, 10, 100, and 1000, okay? So if a number is close to any given number, which is having some power of 10, so in that case, first of all, we have to select the base of base, okay? So here we can see that which number is close to 12, which is having a power of 10. So in this case, first of all, we'll select the base, okay? So base will be 10 because 12 is close to 10, okay, which is having a power of 10. So second step is to find the difference between the number and the base. Okay, so number is 12, base is 10. So it will be 12 minus 10, that is 2. So it is very important, the difference between the number and its base. Third one, third step is to find up, to make some partition, and we'll write two different values, one at the left and one at the right of the partition. So we'll see that what we are writing on the left of the partition, we'll write the sum of the number and the difference, okay? That will be 12 plus 2. And on the right hand side of the partition, we'll write the square of the difference, okay? So it will be 2 square, that is 4. Okay, so 12 plus 2 is 14 and 2 square is 4. So in this way, we got the square of 12, that is 144. Okay, so how quickly we got this? So similarly, we can find the square of any given number for 2-digit or 3-digit also, we'll see that, okay, with the help of this method. So let's try this one with one more example. Okay, so these methods you have to follow. First of all, you have to select the base. Then second, you have to find the difference between the number and the base. And third one, you have to make a partition. Left hand side, you have to write the addition of the number and the difference. Then fourth one, the fourth step on the right hand side, you have to write the square of the difference, okay? And one thing you have to make sure that whatever the number, whatever the digits are there on the right hand side of the partition, for example, in this case, we are having only one digit. That's why the number of zeros, that depends on the number of zeros in the base, okay? For example, in this case, we are having only one zero in the base, that is 10. Okay, that's why the digit on the right hand side of the partition will be only one, that is 4. For example, if the base was 100, okay, that is two zeros in the base, then on the right hand side, instead of writing 4, we'll write 04. Okay, so let's try one more example. All of you pause this video and try to find the square of 14 with the help of this trick. Okay, so first of all, give yourself 5 to 10 seconds and try to solve this, then we can continue. So let's try it over here. Those who are trying, keep trying, and those who are still having some confusion can check it out over here. So for example, in this case also, first of all, we have to select the base. So in this case also, 14 is close to 10. That's why the base will be 10 only, okay, because 10 is the nearest or closest digit which is having a power of 10. Okay, so in this case also, base will be 10. Now second step, difference of the number and the base, that is 14 minus 10 will get 4. Third step, partition. On the left, we'll write the sum of the number and the difference, that is 14 plus 4. Okay, on the right hand side, we'll just square 4, that is 4 square, that is 16. So 14 plus 4 is 18, and 4 square is 16. So if you're writing like this, then it will be a mistake, okay, that most of the students are doing. What I told you in the previous example, that you can see it in the green color, that digits on the right hand side of the partition that will include, that will depend on the number of zeros in the base. So here you can see that number of zeros in the base is only 1. That's why instead of writing 16, what we have to write, we have to just let's see what we have to do it over here. So 14 plus 4, we'll write 18 on the right hand side. So as there is only one zero, So we have to take just one digit from the right. Okay, so 14 plus 4 is 18 and 4 square is 16, so we'll just take 6. Okay, so only one digit is allowed over here, and we'll take one carry over the last digit, okay, on the left. So 8 plus 1 becomes 9, and 196. Okay, that's the answer. So in the same way, you can find the square of any other number. For example, let's find for 7 or 13 or 14, anything like that. Then you can follow the same steps like this. Okay, so we got this 14 square is 196 with the help of this method. Okay, so what we have to keep in mind, we just in this case, in this example of 14 square, we are just writing the one digit because there is only 10 in the base. Okay, so instead of writing 16 1816, we are writing 6 only at the unit place, and 1 we are carry over to 8. Okay, that's why it becomes 9. So the answer will be 196. So in the same way, you can check for 15 and 13 also. So let's take one more example. For example, 98. So that 98, first of all, the first step is to select the base. Okay, so how we can select the base? I told you that the base will be the number which is having a power of 10 and which is closest to this given number. So in this case, the base will not be 10. Instead, we will take the base as 100, because 100 is the number which is closest to 98 and having a power of 10 also. So base is 100. Next step, we'll subtract the number from the base. Okay, so that will be 98 minus 100. In this case, we are getting the difference as negative. Okay, so difference will be -2. Now third step, we'll make a partition. Okay, on the left hand side, what we have to do, we have to just sum of the number and the difference. So that will be 98 plus -2. So it can be written as 98 minus 2. Okay, on the right hand side, what we have to do, we have to just square the difference, that is -2 whole square. So what we'll get, 964 we are getting in this way, but it is not right, because you have to keep in mind that in this case base is having two zeros. Okay, so instead of writing 4, we'll write 04 over here. Okay, so number of digits on the right will depend on the number of zeros in the base. So here there are two zeros, so instead of writing only 4, we'll write 04. Okay, so 98 minus 2 becomes 96, and minus 2 square becomes 04. So this is our final answer, 9604. So in the same way, you will try to find the square of number 97 and 99 with the help of this math trick. Okay, and you can try for 102 also. Okay, similarly, so you can try for 998 also. In that case, when you are finding the square of 998, so instead of traditional multiplication will take you a lot of time, we can just find it easily with the help of this trick. So when you are finding the square root of 997 or 998, then in that case the base will be 1000. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. So students, in the previous set of numbers, we have seen that how we can find the square of any number which is close to any digit which is having a power of 10. So students, in this set of numbers, now we are taking those numbers which are not actually close to any number close to the power of 10. For example, not close to 100 or 50 or 1000. So in this way, let's see how we can find the square of any number which is not close to 10, neither not close to 100, nor close to 1000. So let's see, for example, a number which is 33. Okay, so in that case, how we can select the base. Okay, so 33, we know that it's not close to 10, but it's close to 30. So, and 30 we can write as 10 into 3. So in this case, 30 we have to choose as the reference, okay, because 33 is close to 30. So in this case, we know that 30 is a multiple of 10 to the power of 1. So base in this case will be 10, but the working base we have to take as 30, okay, that is the third multiple of 10. So in this case, the working base will act as 30. So that we have to take. That's the first step. Okay, for example, any number, for example, 55. So 55, in that case, you have to take the working base as 50, because 50 is a multiple of 10. So 10 to the power 1 into 5 times will give us 50. So in this case, we are taking the base as 10, but the working base as 30. Now, second step, to find the difference between the number and the working base. Okay, so 33 minus 30, that will give us 3. That is the difference. Now, third step, partition. On the left hand side, what we are writing always, sum of the number and the difference, that is 33 plus 3. On the right hand side, what we'll write, the square of the number, or we can say the square of the difference, that is 9. Now again, what we'll see over here that this step is same as we have done for the previous set of numbers which are close to a power of 10. For example, we have seen for 12, then we have seen for 98, or any other number which is close to a number to the power of 10. But in this case, the first three steps are almost same, but the fourth step you have to keep in mind what is the change over there. Okay, so in this case, we can see that as we have only 1 0 in the base, okay, base is still 10, but the working base we are taking 33. So these steps are similar to the multiple of 10. Okay, so we'll choose just one number from the right hand side of the partition. So then on the left hand side, we got sum of the number and the difference and a square of difference on the right. So one major difference that you have to keep in mind that this answer will not be 369. Okay, because 33 plus 3 is 36, and we'll write 9 from here. So it is not 369, but what is the difference that we have to multiply the left hand side of the partition with 3. So from where this 3 came, so this 3 is the multiple of the base. Okay, that how many times we are multiplying the base to get the working base, that is close to 33. So we have to just multiply 33 plus 3 into 3, that is 36. Okay, and 36 into 3 is 108, and 3 square is 9. So this is our final answer, 1089 we got as the square of 33. So these are the following steps that we have to follow to find the square of any number which is not close to 10, 100, or 1000. Okay, so major difference was this part in which we have to multiply the left hand side of the partition with 3. Okay, so the same way you have to do this number, the square of this number, with the help of this method. So you can pause the video for a few seconds and try to find the square of this number without using traditional multiplication way. Instead, we can use this rapid math trick. So if you are used to this trick, that you can find the square of any given number in very quickly within few seconds. Okay, so first of all, you have to select the base. So as all of you know that 82 is neither close to 10, nor close to 100, nor close to 1000. So, but it is close to 80. So first of all, we have to find the base as well as the working base for 82. So all of you understand with the previous example that it is close to 80. So 80 is a multiple of 10 to the power of 1. So we can see that 10 into 8, that is 80. Okay, so 10 is the base and working base is 80. Okay, so try this on your own. So what is the next step? Okay, we have to subtract 82, uh, and then we have to subtract the working base from the number, that is 82 minus 80. Okay, so 82 minus 80, we got 2 over here, right? And the next step is we'll make a partition. On the left hand side, you know what we have to write, the sum of the number and the difference, that is 82 plus 2. And on the right, we have to write the difference only, that is 2 square. Okay, so number of digits on the right will be equal to the number of zeros in the base. Okay, so only 1 0 is there, that's why only one digit, right? So the most important step is to multiply this 82 plus 2, the whole value 84, with 8 over here, because we are multiplying 8 with the base to get the working base. Okay, so 82 plus 2, that is 84. So 84 into 8, that we got 672, and 672, and we got to write one more digit from the right hand side, because there is only 1 0 in the base, as the base is 10. Okay, so in this way we got the square of number 882 as 6724. So all of you have to try two more numbers. For example, I'm giving you find the square of number 27, and next you have to find for 74. So 27 and 74, you have to find the square of these numbers by using this rapid math trick. Okay, so students, that was all about to find the square of any given number with the help of fast math tricks, that how we can find the square of any 2-digit number or any 3-digit number. Then the next concept is to learn something about the square roots as well. So we'll see that how we can relate the square and square roots with each other, and in this class we'll just understand the basics of the square roots. Okay, so let's continue with this one also. So students, let's see, I have taken a number over here, that is 4. So for example, if 4 is squared, then all of you know that we are getting 16. For example, if the number is 3 and you are squaring that number, which means that multiplying that number with itself again, so in that case we'll get 9. So for example, in this example, we have taken 4. So when you will square 4, so 4 square will be 16. Now the square root of 16 will be nothing but 4. So let's see that how we are representing the square root of any given number, right? So for example, this is how we can represent the square of 4, 4 raised to the power 2, okay, where this 2 is called as power of this number and 4 is the base, right? So a square of 4 will be 16. Now let's see how we can represent the square root of 4. So this is the way to represent the square root of any number, and this symbol which you are seeing it over here on your screens, this symbol is called as radical, or we can say it as square root, okay, and the number which is inside the square root of radical, that is called as radicand or base, okay, that we have to keep in mind. That is the first basic thing about the representation of a square root, okay. So here, this is a simple way to remember it, that we know that 5 square is 25. So this 2, if you can transpose to the other side, becomes the square root, okay. So we can say that the square root of 25 is nothing but 5. Now let's look at some few examples and very interesting concepts regarding square roots. For example, the square root of 16, you all of you know that it is 4, because 4 square is 16. So under root of 16 or square root of 16 will be nothing but 4. Okay. So now what we can do, we can write this square root of 25 as 256 as 16. Why? Because when you will square 16, you will get 256. Similarly, the square root of 100, or we can say 10 square is 100. So the square root of 100 will be 10 only. Similarly, the square root of 81 will be 9, because 9 square is 81. So in this way, you can easily find the square roots of any given number. So now let's try one more concept with this one. For example, we can write 16 in the term of exponents, okay? So we can write that 16 can be written as 2 raised to the power 4, because when you will multiply 2 into 4 times, we'll get 16 only, okay? So instead of writing root 16, we can write as under root of 2 raised to the power 4, which is same thing as writing square root of 16. So in this way, what we can observe that similarly, or we can write that a square root of 4 raised to the power 2. So square root of 16 we can write in two different ways. For example, the same square root of 16 we can represent as square root of 2 to the power 4, or we can represent it as square root of 4 raised to the power 2, okay. Now let's try with the number 4 in different ways what we can write. So 4 can be written as 2 is square, okay, and the number 4 can also be written as 4 raised to the power 1, okay. So hence it can be written as 4 raised to the power 1. So all these three equalities are same, or three equations are same over here. So what happens to base and what happens to the exponent, that we'll observe from here. The base remains the same, but we can see that the exponent is halved, okay, which is divided by 2. Similarly, in this case also, we can say that in this expression, the base remains same, but the exponent is halved, okay? So is this is working every time or not? So we'll check this if it is working every time or not. So we'll check this with one more example. For example, 2 to the power 8 is nothing but 256. So 256 we can write as 2 to the power 8. And similarly, it can be also written as 4 raised to the power 4. Okay, that's also 256. And 16 can be written as 2 raised to the power 4 and 4 raised to 2. So here also what we can observe that the base remains same, but the power is halved, okay. And in this case also, what you can see that in case of 4 also, the base remains same, but the power gets halved. So that a special observation that we can make it from here. So students, these were the different ways to represent the square root of any number, in which you can observe that when we are writing in different representations, then base remains same, but the power gets halved. So remember this concept that when we are finding the square root of any number, okay, then what you have to keep in mind, if you're finding the square root of any number, you have to just keep the base same, and you have to just half the exponent, okay. So that concept you can keep in mind, okay, to finding the square root of any given number, just keep the base same and half the exponent, okay. So that's all about for this session, in which we learned about the rapid matrix to find the square of any given number, and a few basic concepts regarding the square root of any number and its representation. So students, go through this video class at least once or twice and practice the questions that I gave you, okay, to find the square of any number with the help of some math tricks. And further, we'll discuss some more concepts regarding some interesting topics regarding maths, and we'll discuss that in our coming up video classes. So that's all from my side for this session. Keep learning and enjoying learning maths. That's all. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Let's meet in our next session.